What's up?
Hello, how's it going? It's another morning. I'm alive today, so
It's a good morning.
I'm grateful. Today, we're gonna hit chest, and right now, Big Mike is away, so I guess I'm doing my training with my friends,
Who's your friends?
Dorian and Cody. Yeah, so we're about to get in a good chest day, inspired by Big Mike. Sure it's gonna go well, let's do it. I hear a lot of misconceptions about bodybuilding, about everything pertaining to fitness in general. Like, in this video, I'm just gonna speak about pertaining to bodybuilders off season, building muscle as effective as possible. A lot of people think that the number on the scale's gotta go up. And I think the number on the scale is very relative. Like somebody like me, sometimes my weight goes up like when I start my off seasons. But let's say like I maxed out around 310 pounds this year. Getting to 325 doesn't necessarily mean that I would have an extra 15 pounds of muscle. You know, I did the crazy bulk of the year before, and I got to a very high weight, like higher than what I was this year. And I don't feel like that off season was as productive as this one. So I feel like there's a lot of variables that come into play, but don't let yourself get too attached to the numbers, because it could be a sign or an indicator of you being successful with your off season, but it isn't always. For example, there's a lot of guys that could be on an off season for a full year, 2 years, and not gain a pound on stage. They just get more dense, have harder muscle. So again, it varies from person to person, so don't let yourself get too attached to the number going up or even down. There's a huge misconception about clean and dirty bulks. The way I see it, if you're somebody that's into competing, you've dieted before, you've done a contest prep, whatever, eat the same foods that you would on contest prep with more calories. Like, you don't have to change the food. You don't have to eat super dirty to gain muscle. I think in a lot of ways you're gonna put on fat if you eat like a fucking asshole. I've done it before in the past, and it doesn't necessarily help. So again, that's anecdotal. That's an anecdotal piece of advice, so take it from me. You don't have to eat like a jackass, but you definitely have to eat an adequate amount of calories, and that's how you're gonna grow. So just to expand on the point about not having to bulk, I did like a super bulk / force feeding, eating everything in sight, and also eating my clean meals, having like 6 meals a day and eating junk on top of that, a lot of junk. And I felt like I put on a lot of fat. I had a good off season, but then coming down for prep, I had to drop like 55, 60 pounds. Was it necessary? I don't believe so. So I took a much different approach this year. I never ate to allow myself to feel very like full, never let my stomach be too distended. And we're gonna see how this next prep goes, right? Might be happening soon. I can't say too much. It's still under wraps as of right now. But Yeah, when you're very heavy, when your body's not used to being at a weight, you can't always function properly. I remembered leg exercises I couldn't do properly. My hips would get so tight. My back was always fucked. My back workout suffered because I couldn't put much of a load on my lower back because I always had lower back pain from carrying around all that fucking weight. So I know for myself specifically, force feeding and getting as big as I could was counterproductive because my training was only good for a couple workouts, not all of them. Now, when I moderated what I ate and kept a more comfortable weight, I was able to train everything hard this year. And I believe when I get into prep, when I tear off all the bad weight, you're gonna see a much more improved physique.
I'm a big deal to my little bro. So don't trust God, keep 'em real close. Shorty do the most, she should chill though. They just wanna snack you a meal though. I'm a big deal to my little bros. So don't trust God, keep 'em real close. Shorty do the most, she should chill though. They just wanna snack you a meal though. Everybody stand, this is real low. I told them aim high like a field goal. I'ma get a house in the hills, just to rent it out for the skrill. Oh man, what he really mean? What he really mean? Move slow.
I could dumbbell press heavier, but like it's weird. I've benched way more than I could like do on the shoulders, but like with the training with Mike, I haven't been training heavy. And I gotta say with these guys, I'm training a little heavier. My shoulders are almost right back to where they used to be. Everything else is still a little behind. My legs are stronger though.
I see you do the head movement that
Oh yeah?
Mike, yeah.
Yeah. I've created good habits as it pertains to training with Mike. I feel like with the head rocking, with the head swaying or whatever, I do feel like I open up a little bit more. I don't know if it's just placebo mental, but I feel like it's been benefiting me lately, so I keep it in my workouts even when he's not here.
They like who is this? This is too legit, I can never quit. Tell me I ain't got it, well I ain't convinced. Yeah, I've been praying while they praying on me. They can't find their way and it's been weighing on me. Don't believe them lies that they be saying on you. You just live a life that was created for you, yeah. If they like, they double tapping you. This ain't nothing that I had to prove. I've been on another latitude, and I can't write unless it's natural. Love it or hate it, I don't need nothing debated. You can't get with it for sure, you can't just get it belated. They say I'm destined for greatness, yeah, I'm with it for sure. You can tell that by the scenes. What you mean? Hey, this one's in my team. I'm a big deal to my little bros. My little bros. My little bros. Total trust God, keep 'em real close. Real close. Real close. I'm a big deal to my
So if you guys can think of any other misconceptions pertaining to off seasons or even to cutting, getting shredded, make sure to comment them down below. Don't forget to like the video and share it with your mama and your auntie, all right? Anyways, I am out. Take care.
My career, I never had pain, and I still don't have pain this day. But it amazes me at all the new training systems that people come up with, right? Yeah. Where I'm just I'm a volume trainer. I do, reps of 10 to 12 repetitions. I rest short periods. I believe in a lot of angles and make a 50-pound weight feel like 150 pounds, right?
That's what I mean. Me and Antoine have been talking about that, like with this. Like, I'm not against progressive overload, and I'm not against these techniques that people are doing. If they're working for you and you're seeing results, then you should keep doing them. And you like them, that's fine. But it's just like some people just don't get like results that way, and to like be constantly obsessing about how much weight you're doing. It's like I feel like it's just going to lead you down a road of like tears, pulls. Injured this is hurt, now this is hurt because that's hurt. It's just like I just don't get it. Like when I've seen guys like you and I've seen all the guys I looked up to growing up like training in a certain way, and it's just like, why did that ever stop? Like I don't understand.
Yeah, well, everyone's looking for the extra whatever, but I can tell you guys, and this is going to probably be the most thing that people take away from this interview. I've never had done forced repetitions. So no one's ever pushed me through, like I'm failing at 8 and gone to 10 or 12 or whatever. I don't believe in that. You know, it's all about just, you know, I go until I feel a great burn, but I stop before I could do 1 or 2 more repetitions. And listen, people can think, oh, well, you know, you could have been better if you did, but listen, it worked for me. It was something that I never had a spotter. Never had a spotter ever to do what I did.
That I do with Antoine, it's like he's used to like someone like him getting to a certain point and then he's like, oh, help me. And I'm like, no,